75 years without missing a single meeting, which is amazing. So let's start with just giving ourselves a round of applause for an amazing feat. 75 years. And sorry, one of the things that Toastmasters teaches you is how to deal with the situation when you come up to a lectern and there's a lot of noise back there. So fortunately, my extensive 10 years of training have prepared me for this. So hopefully I won't blow it too bad. The first thing I want to do is, could everybody who is a current member please just stand up real quick so we can recognize you? Awesome. Okay. You may be seated. Now, could everybody who is at any point in time, but not now a current member, please stand up. We'd love to recognize all of you. Thank you so much for coming. We're going to hopefully get a chance to hear from all of you today. Now here's a different one. How about spouses, significant others, friends, you name it, support network who are here, who have heard about this Toastmasters thing through the other person, but not necessarily been a part of it. Could you all stand up? Thank you. You all are critical, because if it weren't for you, we probably wouldn't be here watching the kids or just holding down the fort in general. And you're probably all this time, what is this crazy Toastmaster thing that these people keep doing? And so thank you for coming tonight. You get to get a little piece of it. And first off, I'd like to introduce, or not introduce, but maybe give a 10-minute speech. No, just kidding. Just recognize my wife, Chris, over there, and my father, Bob, are both there in the corner. Thank you for coming. All right, so we've got 3 great speeches, so I'm not going to take a lot. I'm sorry, Rocky's. Okay. Trying to get the heat turned down. So tonight's theme is about this club and what it's meant to us. And I remember I first heard about Toastmasters when somebody who worked for me was having trouble with his speaking, and he said, "Hey, don't worry about it. I'm going to go join a Toastmaster club." And I thought, oh, well, that's cool. I didn't know there was a club to do that. What does it do? And he explained it. I thought, oh, that's a great resource. Then about 2 years later, I was giving a speech, and just beforehand, I got a call, and somebody said, oh, no, you can't give that speech. It's the deal's not good. And I said, oh, what? And then I walked out, and I proceeded to have just a complete meltdown and panic attack. And I thought, well, that's no big deal. And then every time I got up to speak, I just got this horrible nervousness. And I thought, well, that's not good. So then all of a sudden, Toastmasters went from being just kind of a good resource to like, I really need this thing to help me work on my fear of public speaking. How many people here sort of know that experience of absolute sheer terror at the thought of standing up and having to speak? Pretty much all of us. Now, some of the people here, I guess we don't clap for that, but we clap for Toastmasters to help us. So I joined this club, and I was like Lindsay. I was going to give my 10 speeches and be done. But I couldn't leave because all of a sudden I had people wanting me to mentor them, which is probably still a surprise to me, but I was happy to do it. And I started realizing that I got a lot from this club over the years, and I really wanted to give it back. And you give back by mentoring people in the club, but actually, or evaluating, but actually even more than that, if you want to work on your speaking, you kind of need people to sit there and listen to you speak. And just showing up is a way of helping people. So then I realized, this club means so much more to that. And that was really what I was going to talk about to kind of kick things off. But then it occurred to me that, it just didn't feel right. It's almost like as time has gone on, I realized that there's actually something even more about this club. And I could never put my finger on it. But you look at what makes a great business and why people are sort of drawn to it. They'll say, I don't know what it is. They're working me to death. They're not paying me enough. But I just feel like what we're doing is incredible. And I want to be part of that thing. I just can't stay away from it. Or whether it's your family or whether it's some sort of thing that motivates you. I really believe there's a very, very strong tie in life between happiness, motivation, just sense of well-being, and being associated with something really incredible, something that really motivates you, just feeling like you're part of something really great. And it occurred to me, I could never put my finger on it, but that's why I've been coming to this club for 10 straight years. This club is truly exceptional. 75 years, we have not missed one single meeting, but it's so much more than that. The people here, the quality of the friendships, the quality of the experience I have every week just keeps me coming back. And as many here will attest, we're all super busy and this is not the easiest thing to do, but this club is truly exceptional. And so before we get into it, let's just take one more opportunity to look back at 75 years, 3,900 plus. Yeah, what she said, meetings without missing. And again, because again, what makes it exceptional? It's you all here. And so just thanks again for a great call. Okay. Here's how we're going to do it tonight. We're going to have a modified meeting. Those of you who have been to our meetings know we start with table topics, which is where we get everybody in the audience or some of the people in the audience involved in impromptu speaking. And that is going to be led tonight by Peter Rice. Then we're going to have a break, and then we're going to come back and we're going to hear 3 outstanding speeches from 3 outstanding speakers, and even better for all you speakers, no evaluators. So you get a free pass tonight. If you want an evaluation, grab Dick Arms and I'm sure he'll give you a free one. So before we get into it though, I want to tell you about the person who is going to lead our table topics session. And it's Peter Rice, and he actually was the only one who wrote, oh no, I'm sorry, he was one of 4 who wrote an introduction. He said, Peter Rice found a dentist, a job, and a girlfriend at Club 122. So the way things are going, he'll be at the 125th anniversary party as well. He enjoys biking or bicycling, home renovation. It's kind of like reading a script, you know. He enjoys bicycling, home renovation, and raving about how people tend to refer to him only by his full name, as I think I did. And I can attest that, you know, Peter having found a job, a girlfriend, and a dentist at Toastmasters, fortunately, only 2 of the 3 are extremely painful for Peter. So with that, please help me welcome Peter Rice.